What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Livewire Sports Media. I am your host with the most, Livewire Sports Media. So it looks like the coaches for the All-Star game in Indiana has been set, and we have no other. And a lot of people had asked me, do I think that this was going to happen? And I didn't have no clue, and I didn't think it was going to happen, but hey, it has happened. According to Yahoo Sports, WNBA All-Star Game head coaches are set. Minnesota Lynx coach Cheryl Reeves will lead the team Clark, and the New York Liberty will coach Sandy Bardello will lead team Collier. Now, the reason why these two coaches have been picked because they are the two best coaches. Well, their teams have the best had the best two records in the league. So but the New York Liberty has lost a few games, so I guess this was already set in stone early on in the season. I wish it was Stephanie White for the Fever getting the nod if the Fever had was up there, but nevertheless, now it begs to differ. A lot of the people I've seen a lot of people whining and complaining about Cheryl Reeves coaching Caitlin Clark. Um, Now we already know that Cheryl Reeves was one of the ones that was behind keeping Caitlin Clark off the Olympic team last year. But then the thing about it is, I did remember when Minnesota played the Fever some point last year. She was one saying that hey, that she wished she had a Caitlin Clark on her team. But now this year she gets to coach Caitlin Clark. Now it's still up in the air if Caitlin Clark is still going to be able to play. Now she is a captain for her own team. Now that does that mean she'll play? Who knows? She's been injured for majority of the season with a groin injury and then a quad injury, and right now she has missed over about 5 games so far, 5 or 6 games so far. So the thing about it is that will Cheryl Reeves get the chance of Coach Caitlin Clark? Because that might not be an option. Excuse me. So from WNBA Communication Offer X, with the 2025 AT&T WNBA All-Star Game, head coaches slated to come from each team with their best winning percentage through tonight's games. The All-Star Game coaching staffs are now set, and with the head coach of the top ranked team scheduled to guide the All-Star team whose captains earn the most fan votes, here are your AT&T WNBA head coaches. Again, Caitlin Clark's team will be coached by Minnesota Lynx, Cheryl Reeves, and Team Collar will be coached by New York Liberty coach Sandy Bardello. So again, now what does this will look like? Well, I'm gonna read a little bit of comments off of X because a lot of people are losing their minds, saying that hey, Cheryl Reeves need to let Caitlin Clark play her game, not that slow motion offense. Well, you got to understand the motion offense is still playing in Indiana, but you got to look at it from one pure perspective. Comparing comparing how the Lynx run their offense to what the Fever was looking like early in season is totally two different things. And we just beat them. We just beat them in the Commissioner's Cup. So but again, it all rage on if Caitlin Clark's going to play. And most likely she probably will participate. I don't think she'll play a lot. You know, a lot of people gonna want her to play because it is in Indiana. It is her time to shine for her team or whatever the case might be. So and she hasn't really played that much. So the thing about it is that's what I think it would look like and what it would be like to me. So let me go to WNBA communications real quick to look at to pull up what I there we go. So yeah. So a lot of people said Caitlin Clark is ignoring the homeless lady. Andy Formel said that Caitlin Clark getting coached by Cheryl Reeve. Cheryl Reeve's better understand this is Caitlin Clark's team, and she is here to let Caitlin entertain the fans. To me, I think all of this notion of allowing Caitlin Clark to do whatever she wants to do, I'm all for her to participate and lead the team to victory. We seen what she did last year with Cheryl Miller coaching her. Cheryl allowed her to do what she needed to do. Caitlin could have easily been the higher score of the game, but she allowed Enrique took the shine and been MVP. She could have break Sue Bird's assist record, something that she could go for this year. So All Star means not just allow, it's everybody's time to shine. Just not just one person. Everybody is made to have a shine. I mean, Aaliyah Boston could get picked by Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark might want her to win MVP, might want her to do some things. It just depends on how the team is make up. Me personally, I still think health to me is my biggest concern than just worrying about her playing or let her do whatever she want to do. Can Caitlin Clark be healthy enough to participate in the All-Star game in Indiana? Now that will be a big disappointment if she can't, because fans from all around is going to be there and wants to play with her, wants to be able to see, not play with her but see her. So that's what I think to me is the most important part is her health than just allow her. Now Cheryl Reeves might have it, she might have a different notion. She might say, hey, if Caitlin Clark does play, she might take a note from Cheryl Miller book last year when Cheryl Miller beat Cheryl Reeves with Team USA last year. Cheryl Miller, Cheryl Reeves will probably say, hey, Caitlin, do what you do. Just allow them to have fun, not control the thing. Like I said, it's All-Star game. You look at it in the NBA, they play freely. There's no offense here, no defense there. They might play implement some little stuff, but I don't think it's gonna be that serious. I think just everybody just gets in a pickle in a bind over things because someone is coaching Caitlin Clark and they want Caitlin Clark to do this, want Caitlin Clark to do that. I just don't, you know. And somebody said, Caitlin for three said, no one wants to see Cheryl Reeves runs Caitlin Clark in the motion offense. This is an embarrassment. Reeves hates Clark. I mean, you can say what you want, but you can't change it. It's already there. And I mean, now me personally, I would rather have Sandy Bardello coach Caitlin than Cheryl Reeves. That would have been an ideal match right there because Sandy with Bardello respects Caitlin Clark. She likes Caitlin Clark. And I think that would have been a perfect match right there. But you know how this is. So I'm not gonna read too much in it. I'm really just I mean, this should be entertaining. Yeah, I agree. It should be entertaining. Guys, why not swap? Holy crap. Please not Cheryl. Well, a lot of people fear that it would have been Cheryl. So I mean, I sat there and thought about it, but hey, okie dokie. Clark still sits out for the All-Star game. That's literally all I read from this. No one wants to see Cheryl Reeves. She's the WNBA's old guard. We need new energy. But when you have two of the best teams with best winning percentage, it doesn't matter. It's what is being voted on. So could we have otherwise? Yeah. I would have loved to see the Valkyries coach. I would have loved to see Sandy Bardello, like I said, coach Caitlin Clark. I would have loved to see Stephanie White got an hour. Maybe the coach in Phoenix, Kurt Miller. I mean, his team has been playing well, so that's what I would have preferred. But nevertheless, we don't even have it, so it's what it is. Um, but I mean, Cheryl Reeve's gonna have to realize she's in Indiana and she's going to be under a microscope because fans going to be chanting for Caitlin Clark to play. She's going to hear it loud and whatever. Now, will she be stubborn enough? Who knows? But I don't know. Let me know what you think about this all-star nonsense with the coaches. It's just like just like the reserves. I don't even know who the reserves is going to be for these teams. I know that Caitlin and Nafisha will be picking a starters from the pool that they selected, that's been already been selected. But the All Stars, the reserves is going to be the ones that going to probably be mixed. So, And then, Cheryl Reeve, she probably hoped that she could coach some of her players anyway. You know how that goes. I mean, you see what Cheryl Reeves did to what um in the Olympics, where she did to Diana Taurasi, she did to a lot of them other players, kind of kept them on the bench a little bit here and there. I mean, for Diana Taurasi, rightfully so, because she was an old dinosaur herself. So I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I mean, it's going to be fascinating because I'm definitely going to be tuning in to see this mess right here. And I do hope somebody, well, she did comment tonight, Cheryl Reeves did, but she didn't mention anything about Caitlin Clark. So hopefully in the coming days, I hope to see what she has to say about getting the chance to coach Caitlin Clark in the All-Star game. That will be really interesting in itself. Again, like, comment, subscribe. This is Live Wild Sports. You know what it is. And if you don't know, now you know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.